Anime has a way of pulling the rug out from under us when we least expect it. Just when you think you've got the story figured out, BAM! Plot twist. Some of these twists are so shocking, so mind-bending, that they stick with us long after the credits roll. So today, we're counting down the 10 anime plot twists that still haunt fans to this day. Grab your popcorn, maybe a therapy blanket. You'll need it. First up, we have Eren, the boy who started as a screaming ball of rage and revenge, only to become, well, a bigger screaming ball of rage and revenge. But let's be real, no one saw this twist coming. After spending seasons fighting titans and vowing to protect humanity, Eren pulls a 180 and decides, you know what? Maybe humanity should be wiped out. I mean, come on, Eren. We were rooting for you. We were this close to making you a motivational poster. But no, you had to go full Thanos and decide that genocide was the answer. The twist was so shocking that fans are still debating whether Eren was a hero, a villain, or just a really confused guy with too much power. Either way, this one still gives us nightmares. What makes this twist so haunting is how it reframes the entire series. For years, we thought Attack on Titan was a story about humanity fighting for survival against monstrous titans. But in the end, the real monster was humanity itself. And Eren, the boy who once vowed to destroy all titans, became the embodiment of that darkness. It's a twist that forces you to question everything. The morality of the characters, the nature of freedom itself, and whether any of this was worth it in the end. And let's not forget the emotional gut punch of watching Eren's friends, the people who fought alongside him for years, turn against him to stop the rumbling. It's a tragic reminder that even the closest bonds can be shattered by the weight of impossible choices. Thanks, Attack on Titan, for making us question our sanity and our faith in humanity. Next up, we have Death Note, the anime that made us all question our morals and wonder if we, too, could get away with murder if we had a fancy notebook. But the real twist wasn't Light Yagami's descent into madness. It was the death of L, the genius detective who was this close to bringing him down. L's death hit fans like a ton of bricks. Here was this quirky, brilliant character who spent the entire series outsmarting Light, only to be outsmarted in the end. It was like watching Sherlock Holmes lose to Moriarty. Except Moriarty was a college student with a god complex. The worst part? L died eating a potato chip. A potato chip! If that's not haunting, I don't know what is. It was one plot twist that fans did not see coming, and some have argued as bad writing because L's successor did not have the same aura as him. While that is debatable and not the topic of today's video, L's death is a plot twist we as anime fans have not recovered from. At number 8, we have Code Geass. Code Geass is the anime equivalent of a roller coaster that only goes up until it suddenly plummets into the abyss. The series is full of twists, but none hit harder than the Zero Requiem. After spending the entire series fighting for justice, Lelouch pulls off the ultimate sacrifice. He becomes the villain so the world can unite against him. The twist was equal parts brilliant and heartbreaking. Lelouch's death was the cherry on top of a tragedy sundae, leaving fans in tears and questioning everything they thought they knew about heroism. And let's not forget the iconic line, "I destroy the world and created anew." Oh, chills. Absolute chills. But what makes this twist so haunting is the sheer audacity of Lelouch's plan. He didn't just want to win. He wanted to rewrite the rules of the game entirely. By making himself the villain, he gave the world a common enemy, uniting nations that had been at war for generations. It's a twist that forces you to rethink everything you thought you knew about Lelouch's character. Was he a hero, a villain, or something in between? And let's not forget the emotional toll it takes on the audience. Watching Lelouch, a character we've rooted for and occasionally yelled at for 2 seasons, willingly walk to his death is nothing short of devastating. It's a twist that stays with you long after the credits roll, leaving you feeling like, what the hell just happened? Up next, we have Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. This anime is a masterpiece, but it's also a masterclass in emotional devastation. Just when you think you've got a handle on the Homunculi and their evil plans, the show drops the bombshell. They're the result of failed human transmutation attempts. Oh, and they're named after the 7 deadly sins. Because why not add a little existential dread to the mix? The twist was especially brutal for fans of the Elric brothers, who had to grapple with the fact that their own mistakes played a role in creating these monsters. It's like finding out your childhood teddy bear is actually a demon. This plot twist shifted the entire focus of the story, giving us a whole new perspective that made us have more questions than the producers and animators have answers for. Brotherhood will forever haunt us in ways that cannot be explained. If you've watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, you know it's less of an anime and more of a psychological experiment disguised as a mecha show. Or maybe we were the experiment, because there's no way they put us through this grinder of an emotional roller coaster ride for nothing. Just when you think you've got a handle on the story, giant robots, angsty teenagers, the occasional existential crisis, the show hits you with the Human Instrumentality Project. In a nutshell, the Human Instrumentality Project is the ultimate, let's all just become one big blob of consciousness plan. No more individuality, no more loneliness, just one big, happy hive mind. The twist was so mind-bending that fans are still debating what it all means. Was it a happy ending? A tragic one? Or just Hideaki Anno's way of saying, life is pain, deal with it? Either way, it's a twist that sticks with you, like a bad breakup or a particularly vivid fever dream. And at number 5, we have Steins Gate. It'll do you good as a warning to say Steins Gate is a time travel story that starts off fun and quirky, with a self-proclaimed mad scientist and his microwave time machine. But don't let the lighthearted tone fool you. This show is an emotional gut punch waiting to happen. The twist comes when Okabe, despite all his efforts to change the past, realizes he can't save Mayuri. It's a heartbreaking moment that forces Okabe and the audience to confront the harsh reality of time travel. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you can't fix everything. The scene where Mayuri dies over and over again is like watching someone stub their toe in slow motion. Except instead of a toe, it's your heart. And instead of stopping, it just keeps happening. Thanks, Steins Gate, for making us cry over a character who just wanted to eat potato chips in peace! This is one plot twist that makes me want to pawn off my eyes and ears. Coming in at number 4, we have Madoka Magica. If you went into this anime expecting a cute, magical girl anime, you are in for a rude awakening. The show starts off all sunshine and rainbows, But by the time the twist hits, you're left questioning your life choices. The big reveal? Magical girls are basically doomed to become witches. That's right. Every time a magical girl uses her powers, she's one step closer to becoming the very thing she's fighting against. It's like finding out your favorite childhood cartoon was actually a horror movie in disguise. The twist was so shocking that it redefined the magical girl genre and left fans traumatized for weeks. And let's not forget Kyubey, the adorable little mascot who turned out to be the devil in disguise. Note to self, never trust a cute animal that offers you powers. Never. Coming in at number 3 is Your Lie in April. Let's just say that this anime is the equivalent of being punched in the heart repeatedly. The story follows Kosei, a piano prodigy who's lost his passion for music, and Kaori, a free-spirited violinist who helps him find it again. The twist comes at the end, when Kosuke reads Kaori's letter and realizes she's been in love with him the entire time. And she's already passed away. I would cry my heart out, by the way. It's a twist so devastating that it makes every happy moment in the series feel like a lie. The letter is a masterpiece of emotional manipulation, leaving fans in tears and questioning whether they'll ever recover. And let's be real, the only thing worse than the twist is the fact that we all saw it coming and still couldn't prepare ourselves. At number 2, we have Hunter x Hunter. This anime is known for its epic battles and complex characters. But the Chimera Ant arc takes things to a whole new level. The twist comes at the end of the arc, where Meruem, the king of the Chimera Ants, dies in the most heartbreaking way possible, holding hands with Komugi, the human girl who changed his life. So many things to unpack here, because how did we go from rooting for the hunters to caring how the big bad guy died? It's a moment that's equal parts beautiful and tragic, forcing fans to confront the fact that even the most monstrous characters can have a shred of humanity. The twist was so powerful that it left fans emotionally drained for weeks. And let's not forget the fact that Gon, the protagonist, basically went full Hulk to avenge Kite, only to realize it was all for nothing. Lastly, at number 1, we have the baddest twist of them all. The anime that made us want to be ninjas, eat ramen, and handed us more emotional trauma than we ever signed up for. The biggest twist in the series comes when we learn the truth about Itachi Uchiha. For years, fans thought he was a cold-blooded villain who slaughtered his entire clan for power. But the truth? He was actually a hero who sacrificed everything to protect the village, including his own reputation. The twist was so shocking that it redefined the entire series, turning one of the most hated characters into one of the most beloved. It's a moment that still haunts fans to this day, especially since we find out after his death. But what makes this twist so powerful is the depth of Itachi's sacrifice. He didn't just kill his clan, he carried the weight of that decision for the rest of his life. Knowing that his little brother, Sasuke, would grow up hating him. It's a story that taught us a lot about seeing all the facts before concluding. It definitely deserves the number 1 spot on this list. And there you have it. 10 anime plot twists that still haunt fans to this day. So, which twist hit you the hardest? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more anime content. Until next time.